What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday night. Welcome to All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. Before we get started, thank you for joining us. I'm going to give the disclaimer, as we always do, which is that the All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show is meant to teach and help, boom, boom, but is the opinions stated by the five of us on the show, are not that or those of Smiteworks USA LLC or Fantasy Grounds. So just please keep that in mind. What up, bitches? Hey, General Wedge Antilles. What's up, Caesar? So before we get to our lovely guests who are here to talk with us about Shadow of the Demon Lords for Fantasy Grounds, I'm going to introduce my co-host. In no particular order, what is up, Robin?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. I'm good too.
That's great.
Fury Fate, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, considering I just made dinner in like 20 minutes before the stream, so everything's great.
And what is the dinner?
I made a tortellini with some spinach, marinara sauce, and cheese all baked on.
Nice. All right. Well, we are here with a couple of gentlemen who have played and are making things for the Morecore extension for Shadow of the Demon Lords. Now, to be clear, the Shadow of the Demon Lords is as of yet not an official Fantasy Grounds product, but there is an extension that you can use for Morecore, and I'll put the link in the chat. But let's introduce Mr. FSH Schmo. How are you, sir?
I am doing great. How are you doing? Hello, everybody.
Yeah, glad you're here. And Mr. Gwydion, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Nice to be talking to everybody tonight.
Awesome. Okay, so let me tell you guys what I didn't do. I didn't close Fantasy Grounds and load all the crap you guys just sent me, so let me do that.
Son of a...
You're fired.
We only were talking on the show for 9 hours, and I could have been doing it the whole time. But I will do it now. Actually, I loaded in I just have to restart the program. So, do either one or both of you gentlemen want to just give a little brief Shadow of the Demon Lords sort of shout out, or generally for those people that don't know what it is?
Yeah, I can. And Gwydion, feel free to jump in, and if I miss anything, let me know. And Darth, yes, I am that kid. Shadow of the Demon Lord is designed by the amazing Robert Schwalb, which, if that name sounds familiar, just crack open a 5th edition D&D book. His name's going to be in there. Same thing with 4th edition and
It's
just
true.
a shit ton of other stuff. It is a horror fantasy game based in a world called Uru, I think is how you pronounce it. URU?
Earth, right? It's actually pronounced Earth, isn't it? Just like...
Yeah, something like that. Hell is breaking loose. The world's going to shit, and you play some sons of bitches that are just trying to live day to day.
You play some
and
sons of bitches.
There's no telling what you're liable to come across in some of your games. I've had the pleasure of playing with many of the people here. It is extremely fun. Gwydion, you got anything?
Well, I think you covered most of it. You start at level 0. Those of you that have played Unknown Whom, it's, you start out with very, very little. You're just kind of a person who's trying to make their way in the world. So it makes it pretty gritty. But it's a really fun system with some really cool mechanics. What Rob's showing you right now on the screen, the extension was made by Super Teddy, who I believe, Rob, if I'm not mistaken, is a Smiteworks employee now.
Super Teddy? What do we know his real name? Yeah, I don't know.
I actually don't.
It's FG Coder is his Discord name or Twitch name or something.
Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar. And so here's the pre-gens that Gwydion sent me.
So just to kind of touch on what Gwydion was saying, was starting at the level 0. The level ranges are 0 to 10. If you play just straight up out of the rule book, each time you complete an adventure, you gain a level. As many of the people here can attest, it is very common for you to die every time you play. It's super quick to come up with a character. The class system, you've got your novice classes, and you've got expert and master paths. So the character customization, there's thousands and thousands of different routes that you could take.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's no limits at all, so it's pretty neat. You can change and mix and match and really be whatever you want. And this guy has been so prolific in his supplements that now, Schmo, I don't know if you know how many, but I know there's so many classes and paths now that you can create. I don't even know what it's up to with all the different supplements.
So I will, while other people are talking and distracted, I'll just go to my Demon Lord folder and see how many just supplements in general that he has out. He's real big into class supplements, rules expansion. He does a lot of the core book covers a broad area of the world, and then he puts out supplements all the time that kind of expand on that.
Yeah, and one of the things to point out is Rob now has all of the pre-gens up on the screen. I'm sure a lot of you know this, but it's pretty easy to automate, quite a few things, even for a rule set like Shadow of the Demon Lord. Some of the roles are already built into More Core. So Rob, if you look at the Boon and Bane roles, which is kind of in the middle right of one of the character sheets, and if you click on one of them, it should roll in the window and it'll hold that. If you look at the bottom left of your screen, you'll see a +4 to your modifier.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So now if you roll like a strength or a dagger attack in the bottom left of on the attacks, just click on one of them and it'll automatically add that boon to your roll.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's fancy.
It's pretty cool and it's pretty easy to do. So even though this isn't a official, there's a lot of supported roles.
That's fantastic.
That's fancy.
And even those, Rob, those attacks, if you had them in the combat tracker, you could actually roll that and it'll show if you hit or miss. So that's kind of neat that it's, like I said, the automation is more than you'd expect.
So I'm just going to go off on a quick guess here. It looks like there's probably about 320 supplements that he has out, if not.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And most of them range from $1 to $5 at the most until you get into like the core rule book.
So it's like 3rd edition D&D.
So
sorry, bad joke.
Rob, I see what you're trying to do. You can't drag.
You can't
but
drag
if you click on one of them in the combat tracker and then target something else and roll, it'll work. But make sure you're on the right pre-gen that you're rolling from now.
Yeah.
So I think you're on the dwarf or something, maybe.
Yeah, I'm on the dwarf, so let's find the dwarf, which is the one that's behind the combat tracker, of course. So it didn't show me that I've targeted. Like, doesn't control target work, or does that?
Yeah, it does. No, it does.
It does. The dwarf's turn.
Well, it is the dwarf's turn, and I'm trying to target the second guy. Which it's not. There we go. Okay. Now if I do it.
It's Rob's first day using Fantasy
I've never.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so it says hit there. It says hit.
And then if you roll the damage, which is right underneath it, I don't know which one you attacked with.
Oh, I attacked with
agility. But if you roll the damage, so do the crossbow and hit that little red icon, and it should subtract the defense, the damage from the damage, and then roll the actual.
I don't know how to work it.
I think you got it, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I gave 3
I see his
okay.
hit points went down.
Yeah.
Very good. And Fury, have you played Shadows before?
Yeah, I played it with Schmo a couple of times, I think.
With me, probably. Yeah, okay. I figured
both times
you did.
were great.
Yeah, it's really fun, and they made it fun when Schmo made it fun when we played. All right, well, so and then we have a couple modules here, and these are what. So just to be clear with everybody watching, these guys typed this stuff in. I mean, you can't buy this. They just did it manually, so it can't be distributed. You know, it's not official Fantasy Ground stuff. They just typed it in, but anybody can do that. You know, there's people that buy Fantasy Grounds and they don't want to buy the player's handbook, so they just type it in. So you can do it if you have the time and the patience. But
it's the extension that's available.
It's the extension that's
for-
available. Yeah, and I'll put that link
Mhm.
again in the. If anybody came late and you're looking for the
for
extension,
clarity's sake.
this is the link to the Fantasy Grounds forums where the extension is located, and that is free, and you can just download it. And all right, what else? What's next, everybody? Do we want to look at some of this stuff?
Yeah,
Take a
let's
look at
So the Punk
Go off their
Apocalyptic
work.
rule book up above there, it's got a bunch of fancy pictures and stuff in there, and I'll explain that. That's Punk Apocalyptic is set in a futuristic Earth. Nobody really knows what happened unless you're really, really old. That's kind of a joke in the book. The language is very harsh. If you've ever heard Rob Schwab run one of his games, I kind of feel like he's narrating this book to you because every other word can we say the F word here? Are
You
we
can
good with that?
fucking say whatever you want.
Nice. So every other word almost in this book is fuck or shit or damn or something like that.
Oh, we don't allow.
But anyways, it uses the
Damn it.
Demon Lord engine. A couple of the things are described differently. Like instead of your boons and your banes, you've got your assets and complications and stuff like that. But it's pretty much the same. But I went through and put all this together. This is every single page of the rule book except for the NPCs.
Wow, so you
That's
made
awesome.
it. You made it as if you were turning it into Smiteworks. Now, do we have information about the development of this for Smiteworks? Are they in fact doing it, or do we have not any idea about that?
I was told that they have Schwab's permission. They just need a designer to make it.
Right, because they
So if any
can't just
designers are out,
yeah. Because it's I was just gonna say it's not a matter of just making a module. They have to actually design the rule set.
yes, yeah, they have to design the rule set. And if there was a rule set, if people started making the material for the Fantasy Ground store, there is a shitload of. I
Yeah.
have volunteered to help with the handbooks and stuff in any way possible.
How did they get a
So-
picture of me?
Since there's already like an extension that like sort of functions as a rule set does, then why not use that? Like, why won't Smiteworks, I guess, ask that person to, add to it or whatever they need to make it a full-fledged rule set?
Well, I know Super Teddy is the one responsible for the extension, and I think they've got him
right,
pretty
yeah.
busy on Unity.
That's exactly it. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Okay, makes sense.
A lot of questions that start out. Why isn't Smiteworks? Is just the question ends and the answer is because Unity, because they're just also overwhelmed with what they're doing.
So Celestian asks in chat, is the extension layered on core RPG? It is, correct? Yes.
More core. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just cool.
More
Yeah,
core.
there's some
More
awesome
layered
images.
on more core.
Right, more core.
That was me.
Yeah, there's actually a map of the world. There,
Is
oh,
it
you
right
just
here?
passed it. Yeah, so what happened is some kind of apocalypse happened. They never actually tell you in the book what happened. They leave it for the DM to make it up. They do reference finding old fuckers out in the world that may be old enough to remember what happened. But yeah, so there's like the mega cities are the yellow, the ones what they call fucked. Megaopoli are the red ones.
They are. They're fucked. It says. My
That's
area was
awesome.
radiated. Boo.
Yeah, you're fucked. It just doesn't say it.
San Francisco. This is 3 Mile Island, I'm assuming, Pennsylvania. Up again. This is that's on the moon. This one.
That's awesome.
I'm just
He's
making
got some
sure.
great images.
Yeah, this artwork is really cool. That's why I'm
Love
just
it.
letting everybody get a gander for a few seconds at each picture.
Yeah, while you're doing that, hey Schmo, is
Oh my God, what
Punk
is that?
Apocalyptic, is it similar to Shadow in that there's not a lot of maps? So I wonder if we should mention the Theater of the Mind maps that are available.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Rob, I actually sent you a link. Trying to remember if I think I did it in Discord earlier this afternoon.
on
It might have been a PM, probably just you and I PM.
all you sent me was
But
the
I sent you
Morecore link that I see here.
Maybe I didn't send it to you. I'll send it to you. Maybe I'll send it to you in a minute. But there are maps that are out there, and Rob, you may already have some of the Theater of the Mind maps that Doug put out on the forum a while back. But I'll let you keep going, and let me see if I can find one real quick.
Bex wants you to show the picture that came on before the map. Or read the sign on it, he says.
Vex
Oh,
is probably,
yeah.
Vex is
Rip.
probably.
I know where that's at.
You know
That
where is it,
um,
Chris?
Hang on one second.
What did it say?
It was pretty good. I know exactly which one he's referring to. It's chapter 6, This Dying Earth. There you go. Click on that picture right there. It's the frog picture, and read the sign.
It says "suck dick for bullets."
Oh my god.
DIKK.
So the currency, the currency in this game is actually bullets.
Ooh, I like
that's
that.
a very valuable commodity because basically you can't really defend yourself if you don't have any freaking bullets.
It kind of
awesome.
reminds me of like, I get like a Mad Max vibe from it.
It is
kind of. Am I
very
crazy or okay?
So Rob, go ahead and go to completing a mission, chapter 3. And then go to the master paths.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have, if you scroll down a little bit, they have a road warrior.
Right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can turn any vehicle into a nasty weapon.
I love it.
They have full rules for chase, combat, all kinds of stuff.
Now, if you become a road warrior, do you have to also be anti-Semitic? That's a Mel Gibson joke. This is what I want to know. Robin, sad. Actually, I just saw a Mel Gibson movie the other day that I liked. It was him and Vince Vaughn of all people. I saw it. I don't know where it was, on Netflix or something. It was actually pretty cool. It was called something like Drug Across the Concrete or something like that. It was pretty cool. It was a current.
Guess what?
19.
What?
I've never seen it.
Yeah. Go figure. Well, I had never seen it till like yesterday.
Okay, I have a question for Gwydion and Schmo. Is there like, because I don't visit the Fantasy Grounds forums that often. Please don't shoot me. I use Discord mostly for like Fantasy Grounds communities. Is there like on the forums or in any of the Discords, like the college or the official, semi-official Fantasy Grounds Discord, is there like a group where people like advertise games for the system? Because I think it sounds really cool. I've just never, I guess I'm not aware of like what the community is like around this rule set.
I've been trying to get a Sunday game going for this like forever. I just curse everybody for cowards and nobody ever shows up.
Sunday at 6:00, we're busy. We're all busy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do Sunday game, but
no,
do you
it's
know
hard
of like places to find games? Because I like to play a system before I, DM or GM or whatever you want to call it for the system.
Well, funny you should ask. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna definitely be doing some one shots in the near future. So if you're interested, I will definitely let you know.
Please.
Absolutely.
This sounds awesome.
What I'm showing on the screen now is an example of one of these Theater of the Mind combat grids. And I did post the link in the chat just now in the Twitch chat, so you guys can go to the Fantasy Grounds forums.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is so you can put tokens on them, and instead, if you don't have a map, you can say, okay, well, here's who's in melee, here's close range, long range, out of combat. So it's a cool idea, and you can just generically use that in any game, really.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would work great for like almost any system.
Yeah, totally. And you can make your own,
like 5th edition.
Yep, totally. because there are a lot, there's even a lot of official like Wizards of the Coast modules that have encounters and there's no map, and you're like, what?
Dragon Eyes.
Yeah, and sometimes people make maps and they put them on the DM's Guild or whatever. But if you just have a Theater of the Mind or combat that specifically isn't Theater of the Mind, but you don't have a map, you can just certainly use this and just line up the two sides, good and bad, and that way like you can move the tokens about and say, oh well, I was going to use my my ranged weapon, but I'm in melee, so I'll have disadvantage, or whatever. You can kind of keep it straight in your head.
Yep.
So Rob, check your Discord real quick. But kind of going off what you showed there with the Theater of the Mind map, one thing that I actually like about Demon Lord and stuff like that is it doesn't have a lot of maps. It uses a lot of Theater of the Mind stuff, which I feel gives the DM more leeway to describe it as mild or as horrific as they want to, kind of gauge their players and kind of play off of that.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, Schmo, if you remember that my screen is the screen on the stream, so if you tell me check your Discord and send me a message that's private, everyone's going to see. So the answer is yes. Of course, you can mention Robert Aducci.
So I don't know if anybody is familiar with Robert Aducci. I think he's in the Fantasy Grounds
he along
Discord.
Along with Lee House and I, he is also one of the members of the FG social media team, and he's always on Facebook, and yeah, he's in the FG Discord and he's on the forums. So yeah, you can totally find him. But he's looking for players. He is
always looking for players. Yeah, he's always most of the time he does it through like his Patreon, but he always has openings and is always running introductory adventures for Demon Lord and Punk Apocalyptic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool. So you can track him down and tell him Schmo sent you.
Robin would like to play very much.
And also, Robert Aducci's a super nice guy. He's like very nice. Like if you think about me, think about Rob Toohey, and then just reverse everything, and that's him. He's the nice
me.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Except Rob's a man, and near as I can tell, with your children, you are not.
I'm not.
With your whole birthing thing that you
last I
checked.
Do.
Yeah, last you checked. Unfunny and boring. Is that what you think? Is that me, Celestian, or is that Rob? Who is it? I think Celestian is trying to say that I'm funny and entertaining. That's how the opposite of you. Yes, thank you. No, well, I was referring only to my irreverent attitude. I don't think and my harsh, honest, quick to speak without thinking attitude. I don't think that he's like that. I think
that's what I love about you, actually.
That's what a lot of people love about me, but it's also what a lot of people hate. But you know what? I'm old and I don't give a fuck. That's how you do it.
There you go. That's all you can do.
I'm not hurting anybody, and I go by the adage that is a very try not to offend, but try harder to not be offended. I mean, let's just live our lives, everybody. Okay, enough speech.
So, Rob, I dropped a couple more links in to show where people can download this. I don't remember if we showed that yet on Fantasy Grounds, where they can download the extension.
Oh yeah, and then also, but I'll put it back in there. Yep.
Also, I think at least last I checked, the entire reference manual is available as a PDF, and it's on sale right now. I think for about half off for anybody that wants.
Oh yeah, it is $9.49. Holy crap!
Yeah,
is that on drive-thru?
Cool. It's on drive-thru. Yep.
Okay, so let's get the link for that too.
Question: Can you use a DM's Guild gift certificate on drive-thru RPG?
Yes,
sure can.
Well, then I'll give away a $10 gift certificate.
What?
Oh snap!
Oh snap!
Crazy.
Let's do it.
You know what? I'm gonna give away a $10 gift certificate.
All right, let's do it.
So that's both of us giving away this thing, so they can buy this if they'd like.
If they want, or
if they want,
or get yourself whatever you want.
You can get whatever you want.
But get Shadow of the Demon Lord.
Forget about it.
All right, well, let's do. How about we do one right now? Let's just do one right now. It's gonna be fun.
Sure.
It's awesome.
Edit. Let's see. Channel. Okay. All right. Okay. Nobody get upset that I don't know how to work this. That I do every week. All
I
right.
still can't believe
Keyword
you're using
round.
Depot.
I know he's been doing that forever, man.
Depot
He
is
loves
awesome.
Depot.
I love Depot. I pay $5 a month to use it too. That's how much I like it.
You do, I know.
I think you like it because it's called Deep Bot.
Well, you have to remember both Robin and I have the same personality of a 14-year-old boy. That's our personalities. All right.
Wiener.
Sorry, the four of us have the same personality of the five of us. How many? I keep forgetting there's five of us.
It's all
Okay,
us.
$10 gift certificate. Okay, so we're gonna make the capitalization on this won't matter, but SOTDL, Shadows of Shadow, not Shadows, Shadow of the Demon Lord. Okay, that's gonna be the keyword. Here we go. So guys, if you want to
Do
win
it.
a $10 gift certificate, this will be Robin's $10 gift certificate.
Okay.
Type SOTDL in the chat with the exclamation, and then we'll draw a name. As a matter of fact, just I'll draw two names, and then I'll give the person I'll give them one as well. So 2 people will win. And while we're discussing $10 gift certificates, let me remind all of you that might not know to click on that link, the contest, because I am giving away 10 $100 gift certificates on May 1st. So that goes till April 30th, and the next day I will pick 10 winners. And if you're not involved in that giveaway, you need to get on it. Get on that shit. Hey, what's up,
there's only,
Josh?
like, what, 4 days
Josh
left?
is here. Yeah, 4 days left. Josh will give away a friendly handshake virtually. It's Josh Watmow, everybody.
Aw.
He's the person that works at Smiteworks and does the shows. Now, Josh, are you back doing your shows on Tuesdays and Saturdays or not yet? Tell me now. And then
Tell me.
we'll tell everybody. He's the person that does the shows on Tuesdays and Saturdays on the Fantasy Grounds channel, everybody.
Uh-huh. And they're awesome.
Schmo is offering a virtual hand job. How do I sign up for that, Chris? I need that.
Hey.
I'm giving you one right now, Rob.
Excellent, because you want to know what? That's the most action I've had in as long as I can remember.
So while we count down, yes, I will. Hey, oh my God.
Okay,
I
Josh,
almost
do me a
went to a
favor.
dark spot. I'm glad that I stopped
Will
myself.
be his first week back.
Email me, Josh, when you are going back, and then I'll restart adding your announcements on Twitter like I do. That's right. Wedge Antilles is reminding everyone that I do have a big package, and it's insane. It is insane, literally. Okay, the drawing is over, so here we go. I'm gonna draw 2 winners.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Hey, John ECC. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream, John.
Congrats,
ECC.
John.
I wonder if no, he just followed. He didn't win.
Oh, he just followed.
Yeah.
Well, congrats on the follow as well. That's
All right.
life-changing.
First winner is System Exami.
Systemic?
Systemic. Fucking Jesus Christ.
You can do it.
Rob
I
is the
have
translator.
I have co-hosts
I'm
for a
Rob's
reason.
translator.
If I did the show by myself, it would just be a fucking mess, and it would be 20 minutes and it'd be
My
over.
hand jobs got them all perplexed.
It did.
Systemic
It did.
Sammy, thank you. See, what I do is I read. I stop. My brain stops at the first
Yeah.
word that makes sense,
Mhm.
and I'm like, "What is
You
this
read it like
system?"
syllable
Sammy?
by syllable.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So Systemic Sammy, congrats. I'm gonna draw another winner. Let me just write that down. Systemic Sammy, do me a favor. I don't know that you've been a winner before, so let me give you my Discord link. Go to my Discord and just send me a private message that says, "Hey, I won on the show tonight," and then we'll get you your gift certificate. Let's draw a second name because that's how we do it. Mr. Wolf, congrats.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Yeah, I
Mr.
read
Wolf.
that one really fast. Mr.
Wolf.
Wolf.
I like it.
Oh, what? I erased Systemic Sammy? What the hell, man? Mr. Wolf. So, same thing, Mr. Wolf. PM me in Discord, and We'll get you guys your $10 gift certificates. And
Congrats!
yeah, here's congrats.
Heck yeah.
And let's see, how many people have entered the contest?
Yeah, I'd be curious to know that.
I have 4,000 entries, but I think each person can enter up to 29 times, depending on, like, if you get, like, 5 points for following me on YouTube and 2 points for following me on Twitch and stuff like that. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's this. And then you go, and then you can do all this stuff to get points. So I think it's 29, 6, 7, 10, 20, 26, 29. Yeah, you can get up to 29 points. So there's 4,000 points. And then on May 1st,
4 days.
I will draw 10 winners, and each person will get a $100 gift certificate at the DM's Guild. Bam! Instant. That day. Not next week. Not next year. Right away. That's how I do it. Oh yeah, here's my Terra Mystica game. Does anybody want to play? Okay. Trying to get back to what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Shadows of the Demon Lord.
Yes, I have questions.
Yep.
Eric.
Go.
Yes, I do. So, Gwydion and Schmo, what is your favorite? Like, why do you like playing Shadow of the Demon Lord? What's your favorite thing about it?
I have a twisted mind, so I like the dark and really the horror theme. It really jumped out at me when I think Schmo is the one that told me about it way back when, and I love the mechanics, but it's more the theme and all the grittiness to it is what drew me in.
I hear you. I like that too.
Yeah, I agree with Gwydion. It gives. I don't have to worry about. I don't want to say offending because you could always offend somebody, but it gives. I'm not worried about if people are playing Demon Lord, they know what they're in for. It gives me free reign to be just as bad as I want to be because it's a horror fantasy. That and I've known Schwab for many, many years, had the pleasure of meeting him in person. He actually ran a game for me that is up on my podcast. It was extremely fun. It lasted about 3 hours. I picked up the bar tab for the night. It was an open bar for everybody. And $300 later, we had what started out as a good game, and the more drinks that flowed, it just totally went off the rails and turned into a big clusterfuck. But it was fun the entire time.
Where was this?
That's awesome.
It was at QuestCon, a convention that I helped organize in Mobile that turned out we won't talk about that.
That's in
So
Alabama.
this was like 2 or 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, it was a couple years
I
ago.
remember
It's
that.
the
Yeah.
crap that I tried to get y'all to come down to.
Yeah, I know. It's funny
I'm glad that I wish that you would have so we could have hung out, but I'm glad that you didn't because then I would have felt horrible for all the money that you would have spent. But the last, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Gwydion and Fury and I have all met each other, and but I have not met Schmo yet. Although we've tried a couple times. I was in Florida, but you couldn't come to the thing.
Yeah.
And then Robin is too new to have met any of us yet in person.
Or have I?
Or have you? Yeah, right. I know
Oh,
you.
really?
You've been on my
She's like a
stream for
secret
4 years.
stalker.
How do I know you haven't? How do I know I haven't bumped into you at Albertsons and you just didn't say hello? That's very possible. Yeah.
Well, I did live in Washington for a while, just nowhere near you, though.
I like the way you said that. Good Lord, nowhere near you.
Oh no, I didn't mean it like that.
Hey, speaking of that, I got a picture today on somebody texted me a picture, and it was a picture of a deer in my front yard. And it was from my friend who lives in town here. And then I texted him back and I go, or at least I thought it was a deer. It looked like a deer in my front yard, but it was just very close up to the house. So like the deer's head and like a picture of some brick and a fan of some sort. And I thought, that looks like and I said, where is that from? And then the next picture that comes in is a picture of my entire house. And I'm like, when was this from? And he said, now. And then I go,
That's
are you? And then
so many levels of creepy.
yeah,
right there.
I went out front, and they weren't there. And then I said, "What's the deal?" And he said, "Oh, Amber and I were just out for a drive, and I wanted to show her. This is his girlfriend. I wanted to show her where you live." And I'm
That's
like,
even more weird.
And then I go, "Why didn't you guys call me? I would have came out
and
and waved." And he said, "Oh, we're just driving around. We're gonna go on a hike." And then I said, "Oh, you said the word hike. I gotta take a nap." So then he didn't text me back. But yeah, so I did receive a picture this morning of someone outside my house. It was quite fun for me. Anybody watching, by the way, anybody that's watching the show, I invite stalkers. I need company. So if you want to come stalk me, I'm
Are you
totally
just
down.
that
I will fucking unlock my door. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead, Chris.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Rob, go ahead and lift up your blinds real quick, and I'll wave at you in person.
Damn it! Send a picture.
Next show will get canceled because Rob has coronavirus.
There you go.
Oh,
So-
too soon.
Robin, another thing that just popped into my brain that I love about the whole Demon Lord is it's extremely fast paced. The combat is streamlined.
Oh yeah, so I was curious about that. So I saw that it's kind of, is it like action based? I mean, obviously, most tabletop RPGs are turn based. Got that. Are there like different types of actions you can take in combat? How does that all work? If you just want to do like a quick spiel, you don't have to go into like super detail.
You do have each round consists of what's called fast turns and slow turns. Your fast turns, you can either move or do an action. Your slow turns, you can do both. The fast turns, the players always go first. So the players take their fast turns, then the DM takes the NPC's fast turns, then it goes to PC slow turns, and then NPC's slow turns. And then everything resolves at the end of the round. Like I want to say, and Gwydion, correct me if I'm wrong, like if you drink a healing potion, whereas in 5th edition, it heals you right then. I think in Demon Lord, it actually waits until the end of the round. Isn't that correct?
That's right. It's actually a cool mechanic. You can pay more. I think it might be an extra silver sterling or shilling, whatever the currency is, to buy injectables. And if you buy an injectable healing potion, then it goes in effect immediately.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's some really cool mechanics. I think most people know about the boons and bane system, which is really neat. But to Schmo's point, yeah, the combat is really fun.
Yeah,
so just to give an example, we played a game. I ran a game for Rob and Gwydion, and I cannot remember who else was there because I may or may not have been drinking that night.
Married.
But we played for 2.5 hours, and what do we have, like 3 or 4 complete combats and role-playing sessions?
Yeah, I just remember, I don't remember the rules or how it goes, but I just remember thinking back on that it was fun that we did it. I had a super good time.
Hey, Rob, do you have the Fantasy Grounds up anymore? I'm looking at the screen.
Yes, I do. I can change to that. Mm-hmm.
If you pull up for a second one of the pre-gens,
just
any of them, it doesn't matter.
Here's the Goblin Rogue.
And then go to, I think it's the 3rd tab, abilities, maybe. Mm-hmm. So these are all kind of the actions in combat. I think I coded all, or not coded, but so it just gives you an idea what you can do on your turn. In addition to attacking, you can cast a spell. Concentrate is actually an action. So if you cast a spell, if you want to continue it and it has the concentrate trait or what have you, you can actually use concentrate as an action to continue the spell. So it's
cool.
And it's usually, so it's a movement. If you do a slow turn, it's a movement, an action, and then what is it called? It's not called. Is it a triggered action, Schmo? That's kind of like a reaction.
Yeah, triggered actions are what everybody else would know as reaction.
Cool.
And they do have the best spell that is ever in existence.
Yes, they do.
Gwydion's giggling because he knows what I'm talking about. Hateful defecation.
Pull it up in my mind.
Gwydion, do you have it built out in the spell?
I do, Rob. If you can look for it. I don't know what level it is. Is it 1st or 2nd, maybe?
Is it in?
And I thought the bag of dicks.
It's in the magic. The player magic.
The bag of dicks as well, and it is.
That is Interesting.
When we actually come across that, it's described as a bag of fleshy rods. I sent Schwab a message. I was like, "Hey, what actually is this?" We all think it's a bag of dicks, and he was like, "Yes, it is in fact a bag of dicks."
Rob, look by rank, maybe spell rank, because I think it's first or second level. It might be easier to look for that. I don't remember what.
I'll see if I can
They're
pull
not
the PDF
under
real quick.
If you can't find it. It's
oh
all
wait,
right.
how about? Can you do this? Can you go to the spell list, or is that not a thing?
I think no, it's under roles. If anything, it'd be under roles.
Oh, rolls.
So try it.
Here it is.
There you go. There you go.
Target one living creature with a physical body within medium range. The target's guts twist and rumble noisily. If the target's health is 10 or less, it dies instantly. Streams of blood and feces gushing from all of its orifices. That's nice. If its
All
health is
of
higher
its
than
orifices?
yeah, that's right.
All of the work.
Do you include eyes in orifices? Okay. Make an
Yes, you
intelligence.
do.
Okay. On a
So
success.
that's how you get like
mhm.
ultimate pink eye right there.
Oh my god.
I'm
And then
sorry.
in items there is
We might have put in a little disclaimers like this is a very graphic.
Yeah, this episode's very
system.
graphic.
Oh,
Sorry, chat.
super. Sorry if you're eating or drinking or something, and we're talking about feces coming out of orifices.
what's grosser, feces coming out of orifices or feces going into orifices?
Oh God.
That was for Gwydion. That was especially for Gwydion. I don't see bag of fleshy rods in the items. Is that not a standard?
It says trinket.
No, it's in. Yeah, it's basically interesting things.
Yeah, interesting things.
Interesting things. That's right.
Yeah, it's in the core rule. I don't think you can pull it up right
okay,
now.
I got
Rob.
you. Okay, it's too bad. I could just
Was
show it
it
on
like
screen.
a table or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's in the core book I sent to Rob, but it's not loaded. The Punk Apocalyptic, it has kind of the same interesting things table if you want to just gander through it, and
Oh my god.
it has some stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't play this with your kids. Just as a little
Yes.
disclaimer.
Oh yeah. I would
He
never.
is. I will say this: Schwab is working on a family friendly version of this called.
How do you make this family friendly at all?
It's
remove the
what's
bags
funny.
of
It's called something to do with a mage. I can't remember the exact name of it, but
I saw it.
he
I can't remember what it's called.
He does it. He runs a couple games in his podcast, and he says, when he's getting ready to start out, all right, I am not gonna cuss. I'm not gonna say fuck in this, and it lasts about 15 minutes, and then it just goes to shit.
That's the story of my life.
I like that. Yeah, he said, I'm not gonna say fuck. Oops, it's too late. Yeah. All right, I'm loading. I reloaded the thing, and I'm gonna bring in the. I didn't even really see that link. You sent it to me. So we'll show that.
That would be fun. John was saying MWML. John, sorry, he was saying that it would be cool to have those spells converted to 5th edition.
Well,
I think that would be really cool.
I will say
Somebody
this.
should do that.
There, John. Schwab actually has some Demon Lord-like content that he put out for 5th edition, and one or two of them on the DM's Guild actually has the Fangs Grounds modules in them.
Isn't one of them Blasphemies of Bor Walsh or something?
Yes, it is.
So
I'm gonna go buy it.
As we were talking, I don't know if you guys heard the ding. As we were talking about hateful defecation, I'm not even kidding. My friend sent me this text. And I
Nice.
said, since we were talking about that, I said, what is that? Is that shit? Is that liquid shit? And he said, chocolate pudding, and it's gone.
Oh,
So I just wanted to, I thought that
Nice.
was funny that
Ruined.
happened.
Ruined.
Ruined. Okay, let's open the orifices. No, the book that I just got here, that I just was sent.
While you're opening that, hey Schmo, do you have any suggestions for people? I mean, I went in and I bought pretty much everything, and I probably have 40 of his adventures. But what would you tell people after the core rule book? What would you, and I have some ideas, but what would you encourage them to get kind of after the core rule book?
So they actually have a new player bundle. Give me un momento, and I will find it real quick. And I think it comes
Cool.
with like the player guide and 1 or 2 adventures, I think.
Nice.
So I loaded that in the thing, and it's not in the library. What the hell? Did I do it wrong?
That's weird.
Oh, maybe I.
/reload.
No,
Yeah.
I closed the program and reopened it. It's
Oh.
just, unless I just.
Then I don't know how to help you.
Oh well, so the problem is I didn't download it in the right directory. Probably.
Oh, that'll help.
Damn it,
What was the
Jim.
name of the Shadow of the Demon Lord? The gross things on the DM's Guild.
Wow, what? How did I even download that? Hold on a second.
What was the question? I didn't hear. Fury, what was the question?
What was the you said there was Shadow of the Demon Lord stuff, the gross like spells and stuff on the DM's Guild. What was that one called?
I'm going to find a link,
for it.
but I think it's called Blasphemy of Bor Walsh, or I'm probably butchering it, but something like.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
keep
he's
searching.
got. Let's see here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things put out for 5th edition, and yeah, Blasphemies of Bor something or another. And he's got like Forbidden Knowledge. He's got a couple of subclasses: a Warden, Warlord, Demonic
maybe they're
Excretions.
on Drive-Thru RPG.
Yep.
I was looking on the DM's Guild. Good job,
Well,
Robin.
that's only 5th edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying that if I download a file into the Fantasy Grounds module folder and I just do the reload function, it will recognize the module? Is this what I'm
No,
hearing?
it'll reload Fantasy Grounds for you. But yeah.
But it will recognize any new any new files placed in the directory? I don't believe it. Let's find out.
No?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. What's it called?
Shadow, maybe? Shadow?
Here it is.
That's up.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. It did do it. Wow, that's a new thing I didn't know for the last 5 years. Shadow of the Demon Lord Core.
So I've slowly started converting that over. The story entries are where the reference manual leaves off.
Gotcha. So yeah. So anyway, and just for people to know, you can't have this. It's not a thing you can sell or.
Hey, look at this nice shiny stuff you can't touch.
Yeah. Huh? What are we doing? Oh, the Friday tip.
What?
Friday tip, Rob Toohey. What are you talking about, Caesar? I don't know what you mean. Friday tip.
So are you looking for interesting things, Rob? Or are we?
He was saying that the Friday tip.
Oh, the Friday tip. Oh yeah. Here's the thing.
Is what you just learned.
That's what you're right.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Caesar. You're right. You're absolutely right. However, watch this. I'll bet you not.
Oh, where you can like drag it down to the hotbar? Is that what they're talking about?
No. He's talking about the thing where you type /reload. It reloads Fantasy Grounds. It reloads the program, but it also what I didn't know that. Well, I knew that, but I didn't know that it went through your file list and reconsidered everything. So, for example, I always thought that if you dumped a new MOD file in the directory, you had to close and reopen Fantasy Grounds.
But no.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. And here's Mr. Developer, Mr. 250 fucking modules and I've done that every time. I've never used the reload. I just close and open it. Yeah, I know, I'm stupid. But
oh no, don't say that.
I do self-deprecating
I don't like when
humor.
people call themselves stupid.
Well, I don't really mean it.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I didn't do that. The reload. No. Okay, great. I'm putting that in. That'll be the May 8th tip. I've already got May 1st done. What's up? /reload. And then over here I'll write do a tip about the /reload thing. Don't be a moron. That's a note to myself. I like idiot better. Don't be an idiot. And then I'll see that and go, what the fuck was that? Who said that? Oh, that was me. Okay, so I got that good. Okay, good. All right, good. Okay.
So
good.
Rob, I put 2 things in Discord. The first one is a link to the Demon Lord Player's Guide, and it is pay what you want. And the other one is an introductory adventure, which I believe, Rob, you have played, called Dead by Dawn or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
Is that where you're at the tavern and
Yes, the zombies attack and stuff.
Yeah, and there's an option or a way to get out without any combat or
That's
very
correct.
minimum. Yeah, I played.
Okay,
Which
so
survived, surprising.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So here is, I put the links in the chat, everybody. Here's the Victims of the Demon Lord starter guide. Free. Pay what you want. And then the other one is Dead by Dawn. $1.49. And again, these are the PDFs, everybody. PDFs. Don't get crazy.
Yep.
They're not Fantasy Grounds modules. Don't fucking email me.
Yet.
But to the point we made earlier, there's not a whole lot of maps, so they're awfully easy to drop in if you even want to drop them in to Fantasy Grounds or just kind of run them off the, in Fantasy Grounds. But just talk through them. I mean, Schmo, the Hideous Mr. Phineas, did you even throw that in? Or no, actually, we played that outside.
Yeah, we played that outside, but just to kind of touch on that, that was I think 99-cent PDF.
Yeah.
Most of his adventures are 2 to 3 pages. Schwab loves his tables. When Rob pulls up the tables in the Demon Lord core, he will see that. These adventures have a lot of replay value because since you do have tables, you usually will not play the same thing twice.
I love tables. That's awesome.
You could
Tables,
create a character using
tables.
nothing but tables.
I like someday it is my goal to run an entire adventure or campaign off of nothing but tables. I fucking love it.
I'm gonna kill
You
that
have
dream.
no idea. No.
I'm a dream killer.
You are.
I am. I'm totally a dream killer. But
The game that I
Yes.
as it turns
Table
out,
is
it's
crap.
only for you, Robin. You're the only person.
You are a dream killer though, jackass.
Crushing your dreams. Oh.
the one that I ran for Rob and Company a couple of weeks ago on Saturday, that adventure is entirely done by tables. Every time you turn down a hallway, you roll to see what they discover.
I love it.
Yeah, I
Now,
remember.
granted, I did kind of make sure that they found certain things because how many times are you going to run across a masturbating goblin?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
7.
That's right.
Did you really run across it 7 times?
No, but I'm just saying, this is my wish.
And
Really?
he was singing a song too. Does anybody remember what song he was singing?
I don't.
Oh, I should know that.
Do you want to sing it for us, Chris?
Hum a few bars.
I don't, but I will tell you he was singing Jesus Loves Me.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
that's right. Oh God.
And was mumbling something about his mother never taking care of him, I believe, as well.
Now, when you say taking care of,
See, that's what I like
Yes.
about DMing Demon Lord is you can leave that up for player interpretation.
there's
Right.
no interpretation. It only means one thing.
Isn't there an extension now you can load and ask your players if you've gone too far? We might need to post that one in the chat too.
Oh, the safety
It's
channel or the
like-
safety card thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, is there really an extension for that?
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Of course, he
there is.
doesn't know about it. He doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I mean, if it suits your table, it is a great tool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I usually
P.S.
make sure that I tell anybody before we play, hey, what is kind of off limits? And if
Mhm.
they don't speak up, then
Also, there's nothing wrong with vetting your players before you
Right.
sit down to
Yeah.
play.
That is very true.
I think Schwab himself only, I think in the Demon Lord, there's only a couple of things that were off limits to him from what I recall from reading the book, but not.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I find very unique about Schwab is he hates everybody, but one thing that you will never see in any of his content is animal harm. He is an absolute animal
Aw.
lover. He will kill anybody else, anything else except for animals.
Man,
People
women, and
people
child,
are
but
fine.
animals.
Yeah, exactly. Any type
Yeah.
of
Actually, I think there was one where a unicorn came out and it was disgusting looking and it murdered all of us.
Yes.
Wow.
was that with the silver blood that was made to heal or whatever, but only if you didn't know about it or something like that.
No. It was a portal or something. You blew an instrument, a portal opened. This beautiful unicorn came out at first, and then you followed it, and it turned into this horrible, hideous monster.
Yeah, y'all went to hell. I remember that. I totally tricked
Yeah,
y'all.
I think I
yeah.
watched that episode on
Yeah, that
YouTube.
was good.
I mean, you were going to die anyway, so I mean,
These games are all on
you just-
YouTube, by the way, everybody. Any of these games we're talking about, they're on
Yeah.
YouTube. Just
And
go to
I'm
my
2
channel.
subscribers away from 100, by the way.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Nice. So your
Let me
channel
help
is
that.
youtube.com/FSH.
FSH Schmo.
Type it in the chat. youtube.com/FFHschmo. That. Is that right?
Yep,
I beat you!
just like
Oh,
that.
but you have to put user.
Oh, I don't know. That's
No, you
just
don't have to
when
put-
I
you
searched
don't
him,
have to
that's
put
how it came
user.
up.
What does the user thing do?
There it is.
99,
Oh,
99
yeah, that's the same
subscribers.
thing.
99 subscribers. You're so happy.
Get
that
this
you beat
man
me,
over
Robin.
100. Come on, let's see it live.
Somebody do it.
I just subscribed.
Refresh.
101,
101,
baby.
There
Oh,
you go.
shit.
By the way, Robin and I are the
That's
same
awesome.
person. I'm just using a voice
Get out of my
mod.
head.
Get out of my head.
That's why you never, I was going to say almost never hear Rob and I speaking at the same time. Mhm.
Holy crap.
It's a
You
voice
That's
know,
mod.
I've been sitting
magic.
here watching y'all light up green, and I can confirm that. They never speak at the same time.
It's true. All right. What else? Shadows of the Demon Lord. We gave away prizes.
We did.
You know what? You guys that watch the show, you never know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give away yet again another $10 gift certificate. What? What is he talking about?
What?
All right. New drawing. Here we go. This time it's 10 10 10. The keyword is exclamation point 10 10 10. And I'm going to give away another $10 gift certificate to whoever wins this. I would say Systemic Sammy and the other person don't re-enter. Don't win twice. Don't be a dick.
Don't do
So
that.
we won't. Yeah, we
Don't
won't.
be-
If Systemic Sammy, if I pull your name, I got to give you another one. Give it to somebody else. That's fair, he says. Or she. We don't know. Sammy, that's a girl's name. Could be. We don't know.
Sure,
Does it?
Yeah,
does
don't
it-
assume their
don't
gender.
assume, right? Don't assume their gender. What was that, Fury?
Oh, it could be short for Samantha or Samara or
Right.
something else.
Does anybody know what 101010 means in binary?
It's 42.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I guess somebody does.
It's been asked before.
Oh,
I just
gotcha.
remembered. I don't know everything in binary. I like know some numbers, but not all of them. But I just remember 10 10 10 is 42. It gets
Cool.
asked a lot.
And I didn't start a timer, so I'll put a 1 minute timer on it now. I forgot to start it.
So while the intro or the giveaway is going on, does anybody else have any kind of Demon Lord or punk apocalyptic questions or anything for Gwydion or Matt?
Yeah.
I
does
can't
anybody-
think of any more.
Go for it.
Which setting do you prefer more? Like the punk or the original Demon Lord?
Ooh, damn, that's like asking which one of my kids is the favorite, and I can't answer
We
you
know
because
you
they
have
maybe
one.
listen.
Oh, it's Tina. It's Tina. 9-year-old Tina. My favorite.
I don't know. I like the punk apocalyptic because I have found that the more I drink, I can do inbred Southern accents better, which I do live in the South, so I can say that.
Oh man, that's funny.
Um, I don't know. I
I
love
like that
them
you
both
have that
equally.
very specific one, inbred
Yeah, it's
Southern
not. Yeah.
accent.
Mhm.
Not just a
That's
regular
right.
Not
Southern.
yeah, not
Inbred.
like a hick or a redneck, but inbred Southern accent.
That's right.
That's great.
All
And I'm
right.
from the South. I can say that.
The third winner of the $10 gift certificate is boom, Caesar. What's up, Caesar?
Awesome.
Send me a PM in Discord. WML John J W John what Caesar. Got it. Okay, everybody. If there's no more questions, if there is, go ahead and ask them. We'll answer them. But otherwise,
So,
we're gonna.
Gwydion, what about you? What are
Always forget
your?
that
Which one do you
Caesar's
like?
username.
Yeah, I haven't played the Punk Apocalypse, so I haven't really read much about that yet. So I'd have to go with the original.
Oh, gee.
That's right, man. So
Original Demon Lord. ODL.
Schwab puts out so much content. There's almost has what's called Demon Monday or whatever. So almost every Monday he puts out some kind of new stuff.
Wow. That's crazy.
yeah, it's impressive.
That's 50 a year with 2 weeks vacation.
And he is a real treat to follow on Facebook as well. Oh my god.
Yes, he goes and it's just personal stuff. He gets so upset about shit. It's funny. It's like me. Follow me on Facebook. You're like, what is this? The same guy? What?
Question:
Did you guys see-
extension
yeah.
work in Unity. More core is not very Unity friendly at the.
There you go.
If the apocalypse
bummer.
happened and the world, this must be Vex. Yeah, and the world was like Shadow of the Demon Lord, what class would you be?
I'm gonna have to let Gwydion go first.
Ooh.
Oh God. Well, I certainly don't know from the punk apocalyptic standpoint. I guess from the original Shadow of the Demon Lord, I'd probably go priest. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, it's the end of the.
So there is a supplement out that is actually you can in the Demon Lord setting you can actually play an evil character to where you gain insanity and corruption and whatnot. And there is
sign me up.
actually a priest/priestess of the Demon Lord who is not very nice. As you cast your forbidden spells, your black art magic spells, you go corrupt. So I would probably do something like that.
Fantasy Grounds College says, what about the bag of dicks?
The
course,
bag
that's
of
the
dicks
number
is
one
not the
priority.
most impressive item. There is actually a baby in a sack that may or may not be yours.
No.
Yes, there
Uh-huh.
is.
No.
Baby in a sack.
And they leave it. They don't tell you if it's alive or dead.
No.
Yes,
Right.
It's Schrodinger's baby.
Where's my X card?
Exactly.
X card.
No shit. At QuestCon, when Schwab was running a game, I happened to have his pre-gen character that had that, and I may or may not have tossed it in a room to check for traps.
No.
I'm gonna say May.
Oh man.
There were no traps, by the way, so everything was fine. It was fine. Everybody calm down.
I have Darth
Sack.
Vex. I
Oh,
have
God,
millions
it's,
of potential babies in my sack.
Of course you do.
What's in the box?
Well, actually, did you know that something like 30% of all men don't have as high of a sperm count as they think they do? So get it checked.
30.
Wow.
Get it checked, fucker.
Hashtag get it checked.
30%. I would have thought it was more like 80.
I know exactly to the number how many I have.
Oh my god.
Me too.
I have zero.
Mine's
I made
zero.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I made sure of it, says the guy
I
with
get
3
it now.
kids.
After the 3.
Yeah.
That's right.
Start counting, Metacuri. Jesus. 7,947. 7,900. Oh, you made me lose count. Fuck, I gotta start over. All right, well, this has been awesome. So, for those of you that don't know, maybe we have some new viewers. After the show ends, we'll take a little 5-minute break or so, and then we'll come back and we will play Jackbox.tv games where we can have up to 10,000 players. That is not a joke. Up to 10,000 people can play. So you want to stick around for that, guys, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is what, 20
Huh?
people watching the stream.
Yeah.
We don't have 10,000.
No, we don't. But my point is that anybody who's here can play.
Someday we might.
You won't left out.
That's true.
Someday.
Fingers crossed. You know, you can get your friends to play. They don't even have to know what's going on. They can just play.
Yeah.
I would
right.
say the kids, but this is not a family-friendly area.
Mm-mm.
Children, if they're over 18. Especially
Then they're
now.
not children.
Yeah, well, they might not be classified as children, but they're still somebody's children. You're somebody's children, aren't you?
Sure, but I'm not
you?
a child.
Well, that's not what I said. I said 18.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Go back to your test
Semantics,
tube,
oh
you
God.
non-parent person. Robin doesn't have any parents. There, I said it. She was born in the lab.
Okay. I mean, if you
does
know
that
how I
does that
grew
mean
up,
you don't have the belly button? Like Kyle
I
explained.
pretty much didn't really have parents
Oh,
anyway.
wow!
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna get into that
crap.
on Wednesday. We're gonna get into it.
So.
We're gonna tell personal stories on Wednesday. Be back for Wednesday.
Oh
everybody.
god. We
What
are.
what is the next show? Oh, Fantasy Grounds College wants to know the next show. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna green out the next show for next week. Thank you, Liroon, lurking in the chat, producing the show from behind the scenes. The next show will be Vampire the Masquerade one shot with Fury and I and Robin and Erelon playing, and Azil will be the storyteller, as it's called. You're not a DM.
I'm going
you're not
to be a
GM.
vampire.
We're all going to be vampires. I'm going to be the one who sucks the best. Thank you.
We'll see about that.
No, you suck more. No, you do. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I suck more. Trust me.
Wow. All right, we'll talk about that Wednesday too. And then the next week, Conan the Barbarian rule set, which I do not have. I wonder how we're going to do that. And then we also have
I'll buy it for you.
2E rule set show coming up at the end of May, and some shows in between, whatever, we don't know. So, and then July 20 something is something, isn't it? Isn't it Founders Day? Yeah, this should be Founders Day weekend. That's coming up July 26th, I happen to know. All right, so good. Any final thoughts from the hosts before we ask the guests?
I want to play Shadow of the Demon Lord, so invite me someday.
We will. Well, and Gorgio wants to play as well. So everybody, God, I'm opening myself up for a big bag of dicks here. Everybody, hit me up in Rob's channel on Discord or something, and we'll set something up.
Yes.
Very
I'll
good.
definitely run a few too.
And Shmo, do you want to give out your socials so that people know where to find you and talk to you and stuff?
Yes, my social is 432.
No, not your social security number.
Whoa.
Socials.
So you can find me on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Everything is FSH Schmo, SCHMO, everywheres.
And Gwydion?
Yeah, I'm a little schizophrenic, so you can find me as Gwydion with an E on Twitch, and then on YouTube, it's Lord Gwydion without the E, just to be tricky.
Oh, fancy.
So if you're looking for him,
My lord.
try it with
It's one of those self-bought titles. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, Belle, I need to mod you, Belle, because it's not allowing you to put links. I don't like it.
Schmo, I don't find you on Twitter. Oh, there you are. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Try that again, Belle. It should let you post links now. Okay, good. Thank you guys for coming to the show tonight. That was fun. I think people are more educated about Sotdl, SOTDL. And it was fun. We are going to stick around, so guys, when I end the stream, don't go anywhere. If you want to play games, just stick around. We'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Oh,
And
I'll play.
yeah. And thanks again, everybody, and we'll be back. Let's do it.
Ooh.